What's up, friends? It's me, Taylor Simons, back with better hair and better lighting to give you a dramatic reading of Chapter 2 of Collateral Damage. If you haven't listened to Chapter 1 or read Chapter 1, because that's been up for a while, maybe don't watch this yet, because that would be like, I don't know, like watching Winter Soldier before watching Captain America First Avenger, and you won't know what's going on. So go watch / read Chapter 1 first, but if you've already done that, this is Chapter 2 of my book, Collateral Damage, out June 25th, 2019 from Parliament House. Woohoo! I keep doing this. I should stop. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, here we go. Chapter 2. It wasn't always like this, you know, that's the weird part. I remember the before. I was just a kid, but, I remember it. There was definitely crime. I've never been to another city long enough to know whether there was significantly more than anywhere else, but the local government seemed to think so. Every news report contained the words time of crisis or state of emergency with the images all dark and grainy. People used to call it Lawless City instead of Lunar City as a joke, which I never thought was all that creative, but it stuck anyway. I guess there was kind of a lot though. A bunch of gangs, bank robberies, organized crime syndicates, normal action movie stuff. The police were in over their heads, or so they told us. There was just too much for them to handle alone. I feel like maybe it would have been easier for them to do their jobs if half of them weren't also part of the crime syndicates themselves, but, you know, what do I know? I'm obviously not a professional member of law enforcement, but I still think a more obvious solution would have been to just fire the corrupt ones and hire better police officers. I mean, clearly they did that too later, but now we'll never know whether that would have been enough to stop the crime on its own. No, they just had to pick the sci-fi route. I don't know whose idea it was exactly to start turning random citizens into genetically enhanced superhumans, but I would like to meet them someday. I've got some bills I'd like to send them. They called it the Genetically Enhanced Supervariant Program, which is, you know, just the absolute dumbest mouthful of a pretentious title in existence. So mostly everyone just calls the Genetically Enhanced Supervariants supers. Sounds fun, right? Flashy, cool, like a comic book come to life. And when they first arrived, that's exactly how it played out. Like a comic book, building on fire, blah blah blah, freaky man in a mask flying in from out of nowhere and saving everyone, yada yada yada. Heroic and cliched things were said, photos were taken, and the original supervariant was introduced to the city. Everyone lost their minds. 12 years later, they're still losing them, especially now that there are 4 heroes instead of just 1. That is 3 more signed poster options. Okay, I'll give credit where it's due. The organized crime syndicates did dissipate after the supers showed up. Most of the petty criminals got scared into hiding. The police are less corrupt, although, again, I'm pretty sure that's just because of the staff changes. Fine. Bring out the confetti cannons. But all it really did was leave a gaping hole of potential disaster that was filled by weirdos with homemade genetic enhancements trying to take over the city, wielding bizarre weapons with physics-defying abilities and building nonsense like the cartoonishly large robot that's currently ransacking the street behind me. See? The crime isn't really gone, it's just weirder and more theatrical. Great job, Lunar City. Do I sound cynical? I don't mean to be. I can just get a little trying when I have to leave my apartment every day wondering if I'm going to be the kind of background extra who runs away screaming from the wreckage or the kind who dies trapped under it. Yeah, so that was Chapter 2. Woohoo! I'll be back with Chapter 3 eventually. Thanks for watching and listening, and don't forget to pre-order Collateral Damage, or order it if you're watching this after June 25th, so you can read the rest of the book. It is once again out June 25th through Parliament House. I'm super excited, and yeah, yay! I don't know how to end these things.